showcase, I'm going to introduce Mario Tapia, who's the founder of Mobile Monday Silicon Valley, all-around Bay Area mobile guru, right, Mario? And I've never seen you in a suit before, by the way. Pretty impressive. And they've also started this Momentum, and this is the official demo day for Momentum. I'll let him talk a little bit about Momentum. I don't think Mobile Mondays needs any introduction, but I will introduce Mario Tapia. Come on up.
Thanks, sure. Thanks, sure. I'll come up here, guys. So, again, my name is Mario Tapia, and I head up Mobile Monday here in Silicon Valley, and also I'm one of the founders of an accelerator program that we started earlier this year. And really, I just wanted to talk about Momentum and kind of give you guys the overview of the program. We are essentially corporate innovation for brands and acceleration for startups. Our team is very eclectic, but also has a very strategic background. I've been doing 15 years of mobile product in the industry, AT&T, T-Mobile, also worked at Disney, Yahoo, Danger, and amongst many other brands in the mobile ecosystem. Ryan also has a good background in venture capital. Mike Chen has an awesome background in discovering new startups and innovating the corporate world. Volker also has an awesome background in accelerator programs as well as venture capital. And Mike Rowell is he's just pretty awesome. I think he's done 7 startups and all have exited in the past 10 years. A little bit about Mobile Monday. So Mobile Monday is a grassroots community in about 140 plus cities around the world. And it's about 12, 13 years old now. And this is kind of where we sourced all our startups for this program. About a year ago, we were looking at, I was having coffee and tea with a friend, and we're just discussing, like, wouldn't it be cool if we did an accelerator program? Everyone's doing it, right? So we put our heads together and came up with an outline of what were the major issues with accelerator programs today. So many of them focus on early stage, their tear down, rebuild, or I have an idea, tell me how to build a startup, and we found a ginormous gap actually in the ecosystem. And that is actually with accelerator programs that focus on later stage startups. I mean, later stage meaning you're still pre-Series A, hey, I graduated from 500 startups. I got out of YC, and I just spent all my money, and I'm about to close up shop, so I need a little bit of boost. I need a little bit of push to help me get over that edge. And so we just started to focus our accelerator program on deals. So this is kind of what you get with the accelerator program. We definitely, it's a product focused on deal making. So we connect our startups with brands, and we also bring brands innovation on the corporate side. So basically that type of chemistry, those two type of objectives have made our program very successful, but also very unique in the ecosystem. Pretty much no one else in our industry brings in brands and also focuses on the mobile vertical on the accelerator space. So at a high level, it's a 12-week program. We focus on 5 to 10 companies per class, and we also have an awesome team of mentors. So basically our mentorship team is actually the who's who in the Valley. And we're hyper-focused in the mobile vertical space. And so we also leverage the backgrounds and the experiences that our mentorship program brings. So based upon workshops, mentorship, as well as bringing in the corporate introductions, that kind of creates an innovation ecosystem for our program. And also benefits for the startups. So what do the startups get out of this? And I think a lot of awesomeness comes out of this, out of the program for the startups. They get exposure to 300 plus VCs. They get exposure to a ton of brands. But also we create a lot of deal flow for these companies for the next 6 months plus. The selection process is pretty simple. We look at mobile forward and mobile focused, mobile first type of startups. we have to be shipping a live product. And so we looked at a lot of applicants this year that had ideas, which is great, but was not a fit. We are focused on people that actually have built something and that is in the marketplace being used today. So that's why we have the requirement of shipping a live product. We also look at real social proof. Like, do you have traction? And we love that if you have, maybe you're not the well-known startup, but if you have some traction, that means you have some hope. We also look at, you can also be a graduate of one of the early stage accelerator programs, but also you can be a second time, third time entrepreneur. And maybe this is the third time you've gotten together with your friends to do something, and we like that. Failure is actually pretty good. And then the process, we essentially look at the different opportunities and challenges that startups face. We look for startups to apply from a global scale. We use F-Success, which is kind of like the angel list of accelerator programs. I think right now there's over 5,000. Can you imagine? There's over 5,000 programs open today globally in this space. But also then we use all those applicants to source our startups. We couldn't do this alone, and we have a lot of partners helping us in the Valley that really like our idea and the concept of what Momentum brings to the Valley. We have an awesome set of tier 1 VCs backing us, but also our mentor list is made up of a lot of good brands. We have eBay, we have Google, we have Sony, we have Verizon, we have AOL. So we have a lot of the major players in the ecosystem are also lending a hand to help out the next generation of mobile innovation. So as I mentioned, our team has worked with brands and a lot of brands in the past, and this is kind of a lot of the relationships that we try to bring to the startups in the program. So let's look at the full Momentum class by the numbers. We had applicants from over 30 different startups. We had over 200 applications. We accepted 9. We had over 9 countries represented. And so far for this class, we did over $6 million in funding, which is actually pretty awesome. So very successful semester, by the way. And so let me introduce you to our class of fall 2013. We have a Map2, we have BuzzStarter, we have Digify, EveryPost, Madefire, The Orange Chef, Relevance, Wish Please, and Zendo. And you'll have a chance to see their special sauce and magic this afternoon while they demo. But again, like I said, we can't do this alone, and we also are very thankful to our corporate sponsors for this year. Thank you to Samsung, PayPal, Wilson Sonsini, and Intuit as our corporate sponsors for this year's program. But also, if you have more questions about the program, momentum.mobilemonday.us is the website to find more information. We do have another semester in the planning for spring of 2014. So thank you very much. I'd also like to introduce, what we're going to do, we're going to go up first? Okay, cool. So I'll introduce Jack from Map.